Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. This reading is for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the 4th through the 6th of January, 2023. I'm going to start out with a couple of quotes. I don't know if I have read these before because I keep forgetting to mark them, but anyway, they're worth repeating. This one is from I believe he was a Buddhist monk. He's written many books. His name is Thich Nhat Hanh, H-A-N-H. And he said, there is no enlightenment outside of daily life. I believe that's true, actually. And if we would realize that earlier on in our lives, we'd probably be happier. And then this one is from a woman I do not know. She's apparently French. She has a French name, Jeanne Tardiveau, T-A-R-D-I-V-E-A-U. And she said, an artist is someone who turns his coat inside out and falls in love with the color of the lining. I love that too. Okay, so before I start, I just want to talk about the astrology briefly. We have so many things moving into air signs, or so much air. I really expected to draw a ton of swords. I got a couple, but anyway, it's never what I expect. So Venus moved into Aquarius, I believe, well, actually, I think Wednesday, which is sort of today, because I'm doing this late at night, Tuesday night. So Venus is moving into Aquarius, which should help us be a little bit more objective in our relationships. We have so much air energy. Venus and Mars are both in air. And the sun is trine Uranus, and Uranus rules Aquarius, but it's in an earth sign right now. It's in Taurus. But the sun trines Uranus on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, which is a pretty big deal. So that's really good for mental energy and seeing things and realizing things. And the sun and Mercury are conjunct in Capricorn over the weekend, this coming weekend. So I was just thinking, if you need to have a conversation with someone, I'm thinking of myself here, but I'm feeling like this is for everyone. This would be a good time to do it. This would be a really good time to do it. Venus in Aquarius keeps you a little, it's really a kind placement for Venus. It makes you very, care about the collective, but it can also keep people from getting too wrapped up in their own stuff and helps keep people objective. Okay, so let's go to the cards. This is not what I expected. The overall energy card came out as the Page of Wands, which really surprised me in a way. And then I remembered that Jupiter has just moved into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac and a fire sign. And Jupiter there really expands our sense of self. And the Page of Wands is all about being who we are. And it's also about the beginning of something new. Relating to ourselves. So a new project, a new idea, a new inspiration. Inspiration could be coming your way. And the first card I drew, other than, actually that was the last card, was the overall energy card. So the first card I drew is the King of Wands. And this is more fire energy. And we have another sheep, so we've got some more Aries energy, although this could be actually any of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this is someone who is very comfortable in his fire energy. So self-confident, assured, creative, but it's all under control. It's a very controlled, kind of like a controlled forest fire burn. There's fire involved, so there's passion and creativity, but it's controlled. He's on top of it. He's not being impetuous. And then we get the Nine of Wands. More fire energy. And this is the card of sort of your last hurdle. You've been through a storm. You've been through a lot. And you're coming into home port, which you can see off here in the distance. And by the way, it's funny, I decided I wasn't going to do reversals tonight, and not a single card came out in the reverse, which is very unusual. So anyway, you're just about to, sorry about the focusing. I'm not even moving. This is doing it all by itself. Oh, thanks a lot. Okay, well, I apologize for that. Let me put it down and remove my hand and see if it continues. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is about you're almost ready to come into home port. You've been through hell, and then you discover there's one more obstacle to get through, and it could be a big one, but you can see the end in sight, so you have the strength to do it because you're almost there. So don't give up. Don't give up. If one more thing pops up and you're like, oh my God, I thought I was done with this. Then we get the Page of Swords, okay? And this is communication. And okay, I'm going to have to put them down. It's going to be touchy tonight. Okay, everything's touchy tonight. So this is the beginning of an idea, and this is communication. And I just told you it was a great time to have a conversation with someone, maybe that you need to. But the Page of Swords can be miscommunication sometimes, or kind of childish communication. So watch out for that. I still think it's a good time to have a conversation with someone, but maybe watch your own energy and make sure that you don't get, just don't get childish about it. If you're tired or crabby, put it off, because you might say something you regret or get petty about something. So kind of just a warning, I think, for us to be mature in our conversations. And then we get the High Priestess. Okay, this is Persephone going down into the underworld. And this is making me think about the Pluto energy that we have right now. Pluto's at the end of Capricorn, and anytime you get to the end degrees of any sign, the energy becomes more intense. And Pluto is the god of the underworld. That's who she's going to live with down there. Oh, pardon me. Why do I say pardon me to inanimate objects? Okay. So she's going down to the underworld with the pomegranate in her hand and the lilies falling all over. And she's going down there, and she's leaving the earth behind temporarily. And if you know the story, well, I won't go through the whole story, but anyway, in Greek, he was known as Hades, the god of the underworld, but he's I think as Roman, he's Pluto. But anyway, so Pluto's in Capricorn right now. And that is really like a bulldozer knocking down anything that we are clinging to in our world that we think is security, that is outside ourselves, instead of the true security, which is whatever is your truth inside you. And so actually it may not feel great, but it's a good thing. You're getting rid of the things that no longer serve you, even if they feel like you think, oh, I need this, I've always had this. So she's going down to get that information. She's, going down into the underworld, and that's where you find it. Pluto takes you down into the depths, but that's where the knowledge is. So we have that, and then we have, this is interesting because I just said the sun was going to be trine Uranus, which is the sun is in Capricorn, Uranus is in Taurus, and we have the Tower, which is Uranian energy, the lightning bolt from the sky. And this could be information coming in suddenly, and it can also be a sudden change in our lives. The Tower can be a mental realization. I'm feeling like since we have so much air energy, it could be a mental realization, but since Pluto is in Capricorn, I feel like it could also be a literal change in your life. You might move, or something happens. I don't think it's something bad, because I just don't see a lot of bad stuff here. So I think it's a good thing. I feel like it might be a sudden mental realization, actually, because we have so many planets in air signs right now. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is Psyche walking away from, this is walking away from what no longer serves you, which is kind of what Pluto's doing in Capricorn. It's going to go, whether you really ask for it to go or not, but she's literally walking away. And this is what the information you gain from the underworld might tell you to do, or the sudden realization that you get from the Tower. You may say, oh my gosh, I didn't know I was hanging on to this. I'm letting it go. I'm walking away. And then we get the Queen of Pentacles. And she's very earthy, as Pentacles are. And you can see the bowls here, which represent Taurus, but really any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But she's all about manifesting but she's also about being patient. And your time will come. She's got it. She's got it in her hand. You know, the fruit. She's got everything she needs. This is everything you need, and you might not feel like you have it right at this moment, but you do. You just haven't realized it yet. But when you do, you'll see that it actually is inside you, and this is you. I believe this is us for some reason, sitting in our power quietly. But you may have to, there may be a sense of waiting, like this has been a long time coming, or you're not quite there. Like I said with the Nine of Wands, we're not quite there, but we're getting darn close. Okay, then we end on a sour note, which is the Nine of Swords, which is about the devilish thoughts that come at 4 a.m. when you're just scared and you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this. I'm frightened. The voices in my head won't leave me alone. The what ifs keep coming. And all I can say is, just lean into them. It's just thoughts. You are not your thoughts. And you may hear some bad news, or just I don't really feel that, though. I'm kind of more feeling like this is your own shadow side being frightened of the new coming in and saying, oh, I don't know if I can do this. But we can. We've got the King of Swords who's in his power, the Queen of Pentacles who's in her power. We started out with the Page of Wands, and you may feel like a novice at this. You may think, I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. It's okay. It's okay. Remember that other quote I read a long time ago, a couple months ago. If I am falling, let me fall. The one I will become will catch me. That's the way I'm feeling with this. Now, what do I want to end with? Let's see. Should I take an archetype card? No, they're too. We could go all night on one of those. I'll try an oracle card. Let's see if we can just kind of, okay, the one on the bottom wants to come out. Okay, this is interesting. I like this. Come to the edge. Come to the edge. This is kind of Sun conjunct Uranus energy, because Uranus always, it rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is always cutting edge. It's progressive thinking. It's open-minded. It's what hasn't been done before. If you know any Aquarians, and most of my favorite people are Aquarians, they're all different. I've never met two that were the same. Just let me know in the comments if you've experienced that. I always feel like they're so individual. There's never anyone like them. That's just my opinion, but I really get along great with Aquarians. Should I draw one more and risk it? Interesting. Okay. All that glitters. And if we finish that sentence, the traditional saying is, all that glitters is not gold. So don't go for the glitter. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And, I started off with that quote from Thich Nhat, I always get his name wrong, Thich Nhat Hanh, who said, where is it? There is no enlightenment outside of daily life. So don't go looking for the glamour or the, I got to have a spiritual awakening and this and that. You can have that doing the dishes, frankly. Sometimes it's the most mundane of things that will bring the biggest miracle. That is really true. And I think that's kind of what this is about, that, it sounds so trite to say that, when you find what you've been looking for, you find out that it's been inside you all along. And in a way, that's true. And in a way, actually, we've been developing it all along. I mean, it changes as we grow. But yeah, we kind of do start out with it. I'm going to draw one animal spirit card just for the heck of it. Ooh, I love this. Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. I love that. Okay, well, you can't beat that, right? You can't beat that. So go ahead. Don't be afraid. There's going to be some changes going on. Something in your life might change, or you might have a sudden realization about something, and you may be a little bit frightened and think, wow, I don't know if I can handle this, but you can, because everything in this reading supports that, about being in your own power and magic works through you. So, you know, come to the edge and you will be okay. I feel like this is a very reassuring reading. It's risky in a way, but it's also down to earth and reassuring. So you may be feeling a little, you know, like, wow, intense is the word, but it's going to be okay. All right. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. I love to get your comments. And have a good couple of days. Thank you. Bye-bye.